All right, so we are trailing with Trail X. Try to keep my shadow out of the shot. But this is going to be, I hope the microphone's going to pick up. Trail X is loud. He's a loud guy. Well, maybe let him get a little further up ahead so he's not quite so loud. But this is going to be kind of an experiment. So it's white-tailed deer hair there, it looks like. There's some coyote scat. We've got deer tracks. That's all deer. Probably a coyote track up here somewhere, but nothing's jumping out at me. So anyway, this is some piece of land that I actually hunt on, and I've got a little loop. You can see that we had a fire up here, burned up some of the brush piles, but everything's back to greening up nicely, which is good. I think the deer actually kind of prefer it now after it burned. But so I've got a little loop kind of mapped out here. We're going to try to run. There's some water, kind of unusual. But anyway, I don't know how big this loop is exactly. It should be, it's probably going to be in the neighborhood of a mile, maybe less than that. We've got some outside loops that we can take and add to it if we need to. But this is the first run on this particular loop, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And we'll have to work on the camera angle and all that good stuff too, I'm sure. So we'll see if we're doing well or if we're doing terribly. But the Trail X is something else, man. He is a goer. He's a goer. Yeah, look at that. There's more coyote scat. So Trail X, if you've seen the videos on Trail X, we made some modifications. So he is an exo-caged RC Trail X. Mias cheat code axles, a Mias transmission. We're running a 2200, I think it's an Ovonic pack in there right now. He's got a Mias radio. We did do a tire swap, and of course he came with the anvil, the J Concepts anvil body that is standard on these Trail X's, but I swapped it out for a Warlord. This is the Trail X that was reviewed on Crawler Canyon. So I made some changes. We can get in the light here and get a little zoom in so you can see the tires and wheels. These are rock blocks on Canyon Custom Soft inserts. And I also added I added a bunch of stuff. So lights, headlights, taillights, light bar, a winch, and receiver box. So the receiver box is somewhat waterproofed, I would say. Probably not entirely waterproof, but way more so than the receiver was as received from Exocade. So I think he's a much more you know, trail ready vehicle now. You can go through some water, you can do stuff like this, and he's going to keep on trucking. I did swap the servo to behind the axle setup as well. That servo seems to be working really well. It's kind of a new to me, I think it's a 55 kg that I found out about on the Discord of Crawler Canyon, and it seems to be working pretty well. It's a lot stronger than the 575 ProTech that I had in there before. So I don't know that it makes 55 kg. I think that would probably be quite a stretch actually, but it makes more than the ProTech 575, I can tell you for sure, at least in this setup. He's got a Hobbywing Fusion 1800. That's kind of it. He's pretty simple. Doesn't have a whole lot of stuff going on, but he is definitely capable. I think I filmed a little trailing with him just a little bit ago. It'll probably air in a separate video, so this will probably be somewhat after that video. But in the first Trail X trailing video, I hope that I captured some of his antics well enough to edit them together into a video. And yeah, if I captured them the way I hope so, and I think so, you'll see he's pretty capable. I said in that video, he might be my most capable rock crawler. There's definitely the potential that he could be a better rock crawler than Sky Knight. And Sky Knight is a VRD. He is my only actually dedicated rock crawler. So Trail X here and Sport, if you watch the channel, my TRX4 and Crash, my son's Red Cat Gen 7, they're all trail trucks, as is Trail X here. But Sky Knight, which again is a VRD straight axle truck, he's my dedicated rock crawler, and it's pretty possible, I don't know that it's certain, but it's pretty possible that a Trail X here is actually a better rock crawler than Sky Knight. You know, he's got portals, he's got the cheat code axles. This thing is just really well set up. The kind of forward skid, the skid angle is good. I mean, he's just really a capable guy. So I think either way you're looking to go, and I'm sure that the Executioner and the Carbon X, they're probably better pure rock crawlers than Trail X, but I think you could take a Trail X and kind of go either way. As it comes, you know, the wheels and tires are good. They're not great, but they're good. I think you need to do something with the inserts, right? Because the inserts are really not great. But if you, you know, if you put some different inserts in there, the tires are fine. You won't qualify as class 2 because they're too big, which makes it kind of weird, but you know, but throw some inserts into those wheels and tires, or throw a different set of tires on so you qualify for class 2, and kind of run it as it comes, and I think you would be competitive at a lot of, you know, local rock crawling events. The only thing that might hurt you is he is wide, so you know, you may end up really having to squeeze in through gates, but you can adjust a little bit. Like as my Trail X sits right now, this guy, he is narrower than when I received him, because the wheels that I put on there, they kind of suck those tires in a little bit, but he's still pretty wide. He's like 10 3/4 in the front, 10 1/2 in the back. So depending on your gates, the width that they're running at your particular comp, you know, that might be okay, and that might be, you know, might be a little problematic to squeezing through some gates. But then you go the other way, and you know, set them up kind of like I had. You add a receiver box, you add, you know, some lights and a winch, and he's going to be a super capable trail truck. So we got some water here. It's avoidable, but we're not going to. So let's see if my receiver box is waterproof or not, I guess. Oh, it's not that deep, but he's going to power right through that, no problem. So not quite deep enough to test the integrity of the receiver box, but hey, I'm not gonna lie. There was part of that was deeper, and I chose not to go in the deeper part. So I'm good with it. I'm good with what we've got. I'm not trying to you know, kill Trail X on the first outing here. So, but yeah. So I mean, I think the Trail X is kind of hard to argue with. Either way you want to go. If you want a dedicated rock crawler, I think he's a good vehicle for that. I think if you want a dedicated trail truck, he's probably the most capable dedicated trail truck you could get. Now, again, if you're going to take him through a bunch of water, if you're gonna, you know, trail him kind of like I'm trailing him, and you're gonna probably want to waterproof him, at least the receiver, better than when you get it. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to do some work, right? You're gonna have to come up with a receiver box. You're gonna have to come up with a place to put it. If you're interested in how I did it, I've got a video. I've got a series of videos actually on the way I did it. So that's an option. Of course, the way I did it's probably the dumbest way to do it, because that's how I tend to do things. But hey, it's a way to do it, right? So, but you know, Trail X he's getting it, man. Just mow it down. That's the other thing I like about Trail X. Trail X has got enough weight and enough power with that Fusion to kind of bully his way through. And especially if you watch my earlier trailing video with him, the first trailing video that I ever did with Trail X, he really bullies his way around a lot of places. So he's able to do that, and that's a good thing in a trail truck, right? Sometimes you got to bully your way through stuff. Sometimes it be like that, you know. So, but I am digging Trail X so far. I've got no complaints with Mr. Trail X so far. I really like my TRX4 Sport. It's kind of hard to get me to trail with anything else, but having trailed this guy just a little bit now, I would not hesitate to grab his remote and take him, you know, on whatever little adventure I was going on in place of Sport. Not that, you know, I'm hanging up sports radio or anything, but Trail X is definitely growing on me as a trail truck. He's a pretty darn good one. So If you guys are into, so this is Mow Crawler, as I'm sure you're aware by now. This is Mow Crawler. We do 10 scale RC rock crawling and trailing. We do 24 scale RC rock crawling and kind of trailing. I don't know how much you can really trail a 24 scale, but I mean, we drive them through the woods, you know, drive them around the woods from rock to rock. So I guess that's trailing in a 24 scale. But if you like that kind of stuff, subscribe, you know, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Helps out the channel, helps me to continue to be able to do these things. We're gonna skip the mud. More deer. I was kind of hoping to see a coyote track or two or a bobcat, but we don't have any of them right now. Just deer today. But anyway, if you like 24 scale RC rock crawling and you are curious about tires, what tires you might want to get for your 24 scale rock crawler, I do have a series on 24 scale tire testing. I tested J Concepts tires, Endura tires, Little Guy Racing tires, some kind of no-name stuff off Amazon. So if you like tire tests and you like 24 scale, look those up, check those out. There'll be some links, affiliate links down in the description, and check everything out. And that is our man Trail X.